Avengers: Infinity War looks to have held a subtle parallel to Iron Man. Marvel Studios pulled off their long plan earlier this year with the release of Infinity War. What began as only an idea of an interconnected universe in 2008 with Iron Man brought them to a place where, in 2018, everything could be tied together. The third Avengers film was deemed the culmination of the Marvel Cinematic Universe to this point. But Avengers 4 could be an even greater example of it. As the MCU has continued on, there hasn't been a bigger or more important character than Robert Downey Jr.'s Tony Stark. Downey is the face of the MCU right now, just as he was when it first began. The literal poster boy for the MCU embodies Stark on and off the screen. But it's been Tony's growth as a character that has helped make him so compelling. Even though he started off fighting terrorists, little did he know that he'd be on another planet battling an alien just a few years later. His adventures have brought him near death on a few occasions, and one of his earliest ones looks very similar to his latest related. Iron Man decapitates Thanos in Avengers 4 fan art. Reddit user DraftDraw shared an image in the Marvel Studios subreddit that shows the parallels between Infinity War and Iron Man. On the left of the image are several shots from the battle on Titan in Infinity War, where Thanos stabs Iron Man in the final moments. The other side of the photo shows almost identical shots to similarly deadly events happening to Tony during Iron Man. When Obadiah Stane, Jeff Bridges, steals his arc reactor. Click here to see the Infinity War Iron Man parallel. The parallels between the two scenes are obvious, but whether or not this was intentional or just a happy coincidence remains to be seen. There are only so many ways to frame these events, and making the villain tower over the hero to establish dominance is a commonly used trick. That said, it hasn't stopped fans from loving the similarities between Stark's completely separate near-death experiences, and the fact that both Thanos and Stane are bald has definitely not gone unnoticed as another way for how these instances mirror each other. Tony obviously avoided death both times, but what comes after each may be very different. Surviving and then defeating Stane only further encouraged Tony to be Iron Man. But surviving Thanos' snap and seeing everyone else around him disappear will have an unknown impact on the character. The most likely outcome is Tony works himself tirelessly to save those who were lost. But that may come at a cost. Will he sacrifice his life to bring everyone back? If he doesn't, and he's successful, will he then leave his hero days behind? It's unlikely Tony goes on to be a hero for another 10 years after Thanos stabbed him in Avengers Infinity War, but his future will be something Avengers 4 has to deal with. Source: Reddit tags. Iron Man: The Avengers 3